Hello. Hopefully we don't have audio problems. Sorry we're an hour late today. I know some of you wanted to cook along. I hope it didn't ruin your plans. If you guys make sure all of the sound is okay, please let us know on the stream if it's not.
Oh, my coffee.
Go get it.
I will.
Can you hear myself and Susie okay?
Sounds good. Everyone says sound is perfect.
Sound is perfect. Great. Shall we cycle through our delightful cameras again, Susie Kim?
Yes.
Give everybody a tour.
Okay, so we've got camera number 1 on your beautiful face. Smile at everyone. Great. Camera number 2, we have the cutting board. And, ta-da! A little to the, yeah, the other way. Yeah, there we go, right there. Ta-da! Okay, then we have camera 3, which is the top-down cutting board. Woohoo! And then number 4 is the miscellaneous. It's going to be the wok, but it can sometimes be the...
All right, do you guys like wok with light or wok with no light? Light, no light. Light, no light.
What do you think, guys? There's no reaction. Actually, I think we're on a little bit of a delay.
We are on a delay for sure.
No light.
No
says
light.
One person, so I'm not sure. But then another says yes for light. So maybe when the food is in there.
All right.
We'll play around with it. Hadland 4331 says, as someone who's lived in Thailand for many years, pad kaprao is amazing.
It's the best.
It is absolutely the best.
It's the best.
And Fish Stall, thank you for your subscription for 8 months now.
Wow.
You're almost up to where I'm at. I'm at about 103 months now, but
wow.
You know what? You'll get there.
You'll get there, no doubt, because I will bring so much value to your life. Yeah, we are going to be doing Thai street food today, and I picked a couple of dishes. These are things you can get, anywhere, especially pad kaprao. It's basically like the national street food dish of Thailand. If you don't know what it is pat in Thai food means stir-fried. So any dish, probably familiar with pad Thai, that's a stir-fried noodle dish. Pad see is another stir-fried noodle dish that I prefer to pad Thai, although we may do pad Thai at some point in time. But pad kaprao is named after holy basil. And holy basil is an ingredient that you will likely have trouble getting. I went to a Thai market here in Incheon, and I actually managed to get it. But it is hard, even when I was going to Thai grocery stores in Los Angeles, to get unless it was in the summer. It does have to be grown at a very high temperature, even through the night, which means that it can't be grown a lot of places or it's very difficult to grow. So you will probably have to use a substitute. Even Thai restaurants by you are probably not using holy basil. Holy basil is an Indian herb that made its way to Thailand, and it is a bit pepperier than normal basil, and it has furry stems. What you're likely to find if you go to an Asian supermarket in the States or in Europe is Thai basil instead. Now, Thai basil is very different. It'll have a purplish stem, and it will be more of like an anise or licorice flavor. It is still good in kaprao, but it is quite different than holy basil. If you're out of those two options, some people say that sweet basil is actually the closest to holy basil. This would be typical Italian basil that you should be able to buy anywhere. You can use that instead. So I prefer in this order, holy basil, Thai basil, sweet basil, but it's all going to be good. I mean, if you have the fresh herbs in there, it'll have a nice flavor. Just understand that you're going to be making kind of different dishes, but also it can be very difficult outside of Thailand or hot weather climates to find holy basil. I was actually surprised to even find it in Korea. Yeah.
I mean, it was like we went to a very, very Thai
Yes,
market.
but I also went to Thai grocery stores in Los Angeles and it wasn't there. So
we're a little closer to Thailand here than we are
Sure.
over there. And oh my goodness, an anonymous gifter just gifted 10 subs.
Wow, that's extremely generous.
Also,
thank
thank you,
anonymous
Dr.
gifter.
Butts, PhD, for resubscribing.
I love Dr. Butts, PhD.
So, wow, thank you so much, guys. Holy basil.
Holy basil. So that's pad krapow. We're going to make it with ground pork. You can also be made it with ground chicken. I will tell you one of my pet peeves, which is that if you've been to Thailand or you know Thai cuisine, you will find this dish, kaprao, often listed as like stir-fry basil on American or English menus. The issue with this is that they will make it with chunks of pork or chunks of chicken, which is boo. We don't like that. It often is a very good litmus test of authentic Thai restaurants to see if they make their kaprao with ground pork or with ground chicken, because it's not very authentic to do it the other way, and frankly, it's just a whole lot worse. I learned how to make this dish when I was actually cooking at a Thai restaurant when I was in college. And even that Thai restaurant, which was run by Thai people, and I was taught to make this dish by Thai people, they switched later on to doing the chunks of ground pork, or chunks of pork instead of ground pork, because they said that ground pork and ground chicken are thought of as cheap by Americans, and so they didn't want to get the dish, basically, or they didn't like the dish. But anybody who's been to Thailand or who's eaten real Thai food will tell you it is ground pork, it is ground chicken. It is a million times better that way. Please do not make this with chunks of pork.
Americans are not the greatest travelers and or acceptant of their culture. So, I mean, I get it.
We're just trashing Americans now.
I am. And I am fully American. So, you know what? I'm just saying.
So I think that's probably a lot of the reason why at least Thai restaurants in America make this dish without ground pork or ground chicken. If there is an option, it should also be served with a fried egg, which we will do today. We'll wok fry it so it's nice and crispy on the edges and runny in the middle. It will look delicious and taste delicious and maybe not be that healthy for you to cook it in like a giant pool of oil this way, but it is very good. So everything we're going to be making in the wok. Pad see ew, on the other hand, is a kind of thick noodle dish. So we're going to use these thick rice noodles. Susie?
I'm here.
So it's called rice stick is what you're often going to find. For pad see ew, you want the 10 millimeter / 1 centimeter thick noodles. So you like the thicker noodles with this. And we're going to be dealing with these noodles immediately.
Will you be posting this recipe?
The recipe is pinned to the Twitch chat. You monkeys. All right.
Is it though?
Yes.
Well, there's your answer, guys.
It's also on my Twitter. And I will put it in the YouTube description of the live pod. YouTube, if that was a YouTuber, I apologize. I don't think you could actually have gotten it there.
I am looking at Twitch chat right now. Let me go over to, okay, so YouTube says camera 4 light, yes, please.
Okay.
So, and we've got a guy who says, my wife is Thai, my kid is half, and she makes this every other day.
Yeah, I would eat this every other day.
Yeah, so would I.
This is one of my favorite foods, honestly. And I'm gonna do it differently because, as usual, I screw with recipes here and I make them less authentic. However, this way that I'm gonna be doing it is actually the way that it was taught to me by Thai people born and raised in Thailand, okay? They modified it, not me, so blame them.
Did they modify it because they were in America?
No, they added the jalapenos, which I actually think are really good in this. I don't have jalapenos. I have Korean peppers, which are gochu. But they do add a nice textural element to this, I think. So I prefer to make it that way. However, before we get into the kaprao, the first thing we need to do is with this rice stick, as it is called, we need to soak it in some hot water for 30 or 40 minutes while we're doing everything else here. So this is going to pre-soak it, and we will cook the rest of it in the sauce in the wok. So we're going to take about, 8 ounces of this, which is about 250 grams, I believe. Yes. Yes, it is. It's actually, I think, 225 grams, but you get it. This is a 400-gram package, so I'm going to grab about half of this, right? And it'll look like this when you take it out.
It looks like
The glorious 10-millimeter rice stick. So I'm just going to grab a few more noodles from the other side here. You can make your, whoa, I'll talk about that in a minute when I'm not done spewing noodles everywhere.
there's noodles all over the floor now. And before you blame one of the boys for food on the floor.
The baby will eat it later, don't worry. So let me go ahead and just put this away, guys. So we're just going to fill this bowl up here with some hot water. Just from the sink is fine. You don't need to boil it or anything.
Is this our 3rd or 4th cooking stream? Here.
4th.
Huh.
And we have been getting these edited. The editor's really great. We're just waiting to release it on the new YouTube channel with the new branding, which we haven't announced yet, but it's cool. Thank you, Susie, for your camera adjustments.
I'm what? Your director, producer,
Yep.
camera woman, taste tester.
Yep, everything.
Good day, chef. Seeing Monty cook actually looks natural. I didn't know you were a chef before. You weren't really a chef.
I mean, I have worked in restaurants, but
Yeah. Does that make you a chef?
I'm a chef in spirit, you know.
You cook a lot at home.
So there we go. We're just soaking these in some hot water. I'm going to put these behind me just to get them out of the way. We will revisit these in 30, 40 minutes, see how squishy they are at that point in time. All right, as we get ready for everything else, what we're going to be doing is preparing, because again, as we talked about in some of the other streams where we've been stir frying stuff, we kind of need to prepare all of the ingredients in advance because the cooking process actually goes very quickly. Here is the ground pork that we shall be using for the kaprao.
Closer. Yeah, there you go.
Korean ground pork is actually very good quality, I've found since I've been here. We're also going to be using a variety of Thai sauces today. And these Thai sauces are very particular to Thai food. If you like to cook Thai food, you will have to purchase all of these. These are things you can get on Amazon. So one of them would be, for example, this thin soy sauce. So this is Healthy Boy is a very common Thai brand. It's probably the major brand. It says Thailand's #1 seasoning brand at the top, in fact. So this is the thin soy sauce. This is the closest to regular soy sauce. There are lots of different kinds of fish sauces in Thailand. We're just going to be using this one. I honestly don't think it makes that big of a difference for our purposes. This is going to be black soy sauce. Now, do not confuse this with Chinese dark soy sauce. They are not the same thing. This is going to be very thick in terms of its consistency, a little sweeter. This is used in a lot of Thai dishes. Very nice stuff. And, of course, oyster sauce. So we'll be using these, and we'll be using white pepper for the pad see ew. White pepper is the same plant as black pepper, but it is spicier because it is taken from fully ripe pepper berries. All right? So it does taste different. If you don't have it, it's probably okay just to use, the normal black pepper. I'm also going to show you some holy basil here. So I will show you here.
Oh, hold on. Ah.
So this is holy basil. It's going to have a furrier stem and more jagged leaves. Let me get a better version.
We are going with holy basil, guys, not Thai basil.
Yep. It's going to have more jagged leaves. So holy basil is going to be the pepperier taste. This is the most authentic way to make the pad krapow, but you may not be able to get it.
Where did you get the pad see ew noodles?
You can buy them at Asian markets. It's called rice stick. I mean, a lot of these rice noodles are used throughout Southeast Asia. So you can buy them on Amazon too. Just literally, if you're on Amazon, just look up 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter, because that's the same thing for Americans out there. 10 millimeters are 1 centimeter. Rice stick. Just search it on Amazon. You'll be able to find it.
I need more coffee.
Oh. Well, fortunately, I have more coffee for you.
Stop.
So I will, you know what, Susie? I'm going to give you a soy sauce taste test.
Ooh.
So you can describe them to our eager audience.
All right. And yeah, it's actually, for someone who doesn't cook as often, or ever, when Monty goes, can you pick up some black soy sauce? I'm like, is it all soy sauce black? Like, he's like, get the dark one. I'm like, but isn't it all dark? It's very frustrating. Stupid soy sauce.
Okay, so I have 2 soy sauces for you to try, Susie. As I struggle with the opening of this. Because the method of pulling it off did not work. So now we must take a knife to it.
Peter from YouTube says he is so nostalgic about OGN days with you and Doa. And
Yeah.
he has watched you from the very beginning.
That's very nice, Peter. You know, you can watch Doa and my show on the YouTube channel Last Free Nation Culture. You can do that.
Whoa.
So here you go, Susie.
Am I tasting? What? Oh, it's on each side.
So that is the thin soy sauce,
Okay.
and that is the black soy sauce.
Ugh. The thin soy sauce is like vinegary and
Ugh. No, it's good.
not what I expected. It's very watery and I don't like it by itself. The thick one, oh my gosh, the thick one's like
The black
sticky.
soy sauce
The black
is
one
like
is
molasses.
sticky,
It has like a
yeah.
molasses flavor to it. It's very interesting.
Ooh, and it's sweet.
It's sweet. It has that molasses quality.
Yeah, not to be consumed like just directly into my mouth though, because
Where would you like to consume it? Dan?
maybe mixed with noodles
Oh, okay.
or mixed
I see.
with pork. That would be nice. All right, I'm gonna bring that back to you. I really want that here. So how is this dark soy sauce different from Chinese dark soy
So
sauce?
Chinese dark soy sauce is, I have some up here. This is much saltier. This tastes like a combination of molasses and soy sauce, the black soy sauce. This is a thicker soy sauce that is, it's like a more intense soy sauce, like soy. Can you switch the camera, please? Thank you.
Oh. I did it.
This is often used in Chinese and Sichuan food to like finish a dish. You might use maybe half a teaspoon of this at the very end to add some more flavor to a dish. So it is quite a different flavor though. So
I
don't
like that
confuse black versus dark versus thin versus regular soy sauces is the message I am in fact giving to you.
Great. Will elephant culture look at the legend of Vox Machina at some point?
Maybe. I'm not a Critical Role fan, so I don't know how, those people are crazy. Let's put it that way, the fans. And so me being critical of this Critical Role show that I know nothing about, Critical Role, may not go well for me. Let's just put it that way.
All right. We're back to you.
Back to me. Now back to me.
Monty, have you made kimchi before? I could answer that one. Yes.
Yes.
With we've done it twice now. with my mom.
I've only done it once with your mom.
Oh, then you weren't there I guess you've only done it once. I've done it twice with Doa's wife.
Yeah. But when your mom was at our house, we did it.
That was hilarious because my mom was like, I don't remember how to make kimchi. And then all of a sudden she was like, but this is the list of all the ingredients.
Your mom's kimchi was really good too. She made the hardcore kimchi with Asian pear and oysters that we had to blend up. It was really good. So yeah, would do that again. Someday, Susie's mom lives in the same building that we do, so I will force her to make kimchi on stream. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start picking all the leaves from the Thai basil. This is easily the most annoying part of this recipe, is just like taking all the basil apart, because you need about 1.5 cups of this packed. And honestly, the more you put in here, the better it's going to be. So just go crazy with basil, basically. You know, a lot of restaurants will also skimp on the basil because herbs are expensive. And so this is another reason why we like to make it at home. Because you will get a more basil-tastic experience.
How is this dish without basil?
Crap. The dish is literally called Pat Kaprao. Kaprao means holy basil. So don't do that. That's offensive. You offend me. And the nation of Thailand. Think about that.
That's why when we went to the mart and I was like, oh, we need some basil for Pat Kaprao. She's like, oh, just like ran to exactly where it was. She was very nice. She had 2 very cute cats. Hello, for those of you who are joining us. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it is almost noon here. And I'm a little sad we started late because I'm hungry.
Yeah, sorry we started late, guys. Luckily, this doesn't take very long to make, so. I'm just plucking basil leaves. So do you have any messages for me, Susie, while we pluck 1,000,000 basil leaves?
Let me check out the other stream. Do we have any? Let's see here. There was a league question earlier.
Yeah, there's going to be matches this weekend. Very fun.
Hold on. Oh, your thing is not a touch screen. I keep forgetting.
She always likes to touch my laptop screen, thinking that it will do something.
Because my laptop is a touch screen, okay? There was some, I don't know, some Faker Chovy question.
Oh, yeah, that's the matchup that's happening.
I don't know.
So Faker can lose to Chovy again like he always does. And then people will say Faker is still better for some reason.
Because, yeah. He has a cooler name.
Yeah.
Chovy, like, reminds me of anchovy every time I see his name. Little fishy guy. Is the title wrong? Should be Kaprao.
Oh, no.
Spelling.
Guys, it's a romanization of the word Kaprao. From what I understand, Kaprao is the closest to the actual Thai. As a non-Thai speaker, if anybody speaks Thai and would like to correct me, but this is what I have discovered in my own research of the many variations of spelling this: krapow, kaprao, kapow. Kaprao is supposed to be the closest to the Thai, but it is not going to be perfect because guess what, guys? Thai has a different alphabet and it's a tonal language, so good luck, right? Good luck.
Hey, actually, oh, thanks, guys. I didn't know. Chovy said he was so skinny that anchovy was his nickname from his friends when he was younger. And so his name is inspired from anchovies.
There you go, Susie.
Myochi. I guess that they call them myochi. Yeah, that's what you would...
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw, that's cute. Is Monty going to crush these basils a little bit more?
I'm going to cook them.
Oh.
They're going to be stir-fried.
Well, there you go. Delicious. My gut is telling me T1 wins because Genji don't look fully confident.
Oh my God. Look, they're going to be confident against T1. They always win that matchup. They'll be fine, don't worry.
Look at all the basil. Pluck faster. No, it's 3.
Oh. Yes, the basil plucking cam. This is the not fun part of doing this. My least favorite part of making Kaprao.
Pluck faster.
Why don't you come pluck?
I have to push buttons.
I see. This is what's typical in our household. I make food and she just yells at me to do it faster.
Yeah, that's what marriage is, sweetheart. All right, what are we doing with the basil stems?
Composting them.
Got it.
Technically in Korea, so all of this actually, it is mandatory now for people to dispose of food waste separately, and it's not composted. It is used for biofuel. So what they do is well, I guess they do compost it technically, but the gases that emerge from the composting process are then used to generate electricity. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. How does your son feel about these two dishes?
Bad.
Well, he may have we'll try for the pasiu.
Yes.
He's in his
Won't eat food phase.
he's in the I'm extremely picky preschooler era right now, and so he like looks at something and he sniffs it and he goes, "Ew, I hate it." Even though I'm like, dude, it's pizza and you ate it last week. Like, come on.
Yeah, so even foods that you would think a child would like are now inedible apparently. So
I hope you guys are enjoying the basil picking.
the plucking, it's a plucking
Oh,
stream.
sorry. It's a plucking stream. Maybe we can get a mic really close. We can get ASMR.
#1 plucker stream on Twitch.
Aw, thank you, Ryan Workman. Hope, Monty, your family is doing wonderful today. And thank you for the awesome content and being an awesome influence.
Well, we're going to be doing a lot more of these cooking streams soon, so
Are you an awesome influence, though?
hold on to your butts. I'm the best influence.
Okay.
Susie, they invented the word influencer just for me.
Oh, I see. Wow. All right, Al Gore.
And I invented esports, not Riot Games.
How different is it to cook pad kimao versus pad cu?
I mean, it's different. I don't know. What do you want me to say to that? There's a lot of different Thai recipes.
Wandering Ronin. I got his name right this time.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Humility in Christopher was definitely one of the things I was looking for when I met him and started dating him. You know?
I'm afraid you've come to the wrong stream if you're looking for humility.
Okay.
All right, so this should probably be enough of the basil, I would say. This is probably about 1.5 cups packed. I'm also just, it's not exact, guys. I also
more?
use 2 of the basil things.
I can pluck off screen if you want, so you can do other things.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's plenty. It'll be good. Trust me, Susie, trust me.
I do.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start preparing our little bowls. So we're going to prepare all of the stuff for the pad kaprao first. I'm going to use a bunch of these cloves of garlic here, and we are going to do, I don't know, 7, 8 of these. I think I said 7 in my recipe, so I'll do that. These I'm just going to slice thinly. So I'm just going to cut off the ends here. And I'm going to slice these very thinly, and then what we're going to do is just put them in a bowl, and we will use that for later. I'm going to combine these with shallots, and I'm going to use Thai shallots because I actually had access to Thai shallots here. And so let me show you what the Thai shallots look like. Yes?
I pressed something that I don't think I was supposed to press, but I think it's okay.
All right. Did Susie, let me look at it.
No, you're fine. I think.
What are we pressing?
I pressed this, and then it flickered, and then it became all red, but then it's green again, so I think it's okay.
Okay.
So that I unpressed it. I don't know. Stupid buttons. There's too many buttons.
All right, so these are Thai shallots. These are frequently used in...
Higher. There.
These are Thai shallots. These are frequently used in Thai cuisine. These are very itty bitty, obviously. I think I said to use 2 shallots, so a normal shallot would be, probably 4 of these is about 1 shallot that you would get in a Western grocery store. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use 8 of these. Like, there's not really gonna be a problem with using a bunch of these, because we're just gonna slice it all up and it's all gonna go into the start of the recipe. So I'm just gonna thinly slice some. Actually, I'm gonna use a different knife for this. It's easier with this, the paring knife. I'm just gonna thinly slice some garlic. Which will hopefully, crisp up nicely within the wok in a few moments when we start that process. So it's a lot of garlic. I mean, this dish is garlic and basil in that it sounds kind of Italian in some ways. It's garlic and basil and ground pork, which, sounds like a ragu.
Oh, that sounds so good. I'm so hungry.
Good. You will extra appreciate
I
the
always
food.
appreciate your food.
You will extra appreciate it.
Have Genji with Chovy, mid, ever fight against T1 at Worlds in a best of 5?
No, only at MSI.
Garlic. All we need now is chopped tomato.
No tomatoes in this one. But some flavor combinations are universal, and garlic, basil, chili peppers, ground pork, easily, red chili flakes could easily be an Italian ragu. Just adding we're adding soy sauce here instead of the tomatoes, basically, to make the sauce. And our starch is going to be the pasta, or the rice, jasmine rice instead of the pasta. Also, if you guys haven't made, if you are cooking along, make jasmine rice. I forgot. I already did that, so. I already made my jasmine rice, because you don't need to watch me rinsing rice on stream, I don't think.
Do you play TFT?
No. The reason why I don't play TFT is that I used to play a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and I enjoyed that because with 2 kids, I could play it on my phone. And before you guys are like, ugh, you could play TFT on your phone. You can't, all right? Like, technically you can. But also the nice thing about Battlegrounds was every match was over in, 15 minutes, which was very convenient for me, whereas TFT games now take, 40 minutes? It's too annoying to play on my phone. And if I'm going to sit down on my PC, I'm probably streaming League of Legends VODs to you guys, or I'm doing business stuff, or I'm playing a MechWarrior or some game that I want to play. It's like if I'm going to use my very limited gaming time with children, I'm not going to use it on TFT, my guys. And if I wanted to play something that was effectively a card game, I would just play a card game because I like those. So.
Peel over the cutting board.
Or what?
Or I throw coffee in your face.
Oh my God. That's a severe repercussion. I'm just peeling the skin off these shallots.
Ooh, we have a Thai person in here judging your cooking.
That's fine.
Do you ever play Castle Fight in Warcraft 3?
Oh man, I haven't launched Warcraft 3 in forever.
Do you like horror games?
They scare me. I would play a horror game on stream for your amusement. I hear Alien Isolation is very good, but I have not played it.
Have you played... Oh gosh, I don't even know this. What is this? Balatro?
Oh, Balatro. I've heard it's very good. Yeah, I want to play it. I do, part of this coming year, in addition to the threatened Star Wars marathon of every Star Wars game ever, I do want to play more indie games because I'm pretty passionate about them. I really want to play Pentiment, and I haven't had a chance to play that yet. So those kind of story-based indie games are something that I definitely want to be streaming more on my stream.
I like watching you play those.
Yeah, they're fun.
You need to play more games with Max. He really liked that Bluey game he played with you.
I know. That's why I wanted to play the original Pokemon Snap with him. Why doesn't he just grow up faster so that I can play more advanced games with him? Did you consider that?
He's growing up as fast as he possibly can. A little too fast. IMO. Will Monty add fried egg? Yeah. Who wouldn't add fried egg? That's not even
You're
a
offending
question.
me. All right.
That's
Who asked
not
that?
even a question.
Who asked that?
The Thai person judging your cooking.
I'm going to wok fry an egg. So you need to cool your jets. I learned this from Thai people. How dare you offend me? How dare you offend me by saying that I would not add a fried egg to this?
EU Shrike is the username, just in case you wanted to take notes later on.
I'm on to you, EU Shrike.
Alien Isolation may be the best horror game ever made.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
I had to translate that. What it actually said was Alien Isolation may be the best horror game ever made. But I think you just got really excited when typing that, so I will. I'll forgive.
And I do want to play more of the BattleTech game because I was having a lot of fun with that. And I think the story was shaping up pretty nicely.
Ooh. User says, seen many disappointing fried eggs. Really looking forward to how crispy you can get it.
I haven't done it in a while, so that...
them fighting words.
All right. I will say I have not done a wok fried egg in a while, so my technique may be a little terrible right now. So we will find out how crispy I can get it. I will probably disappoint you on that front. We'll see. We can do multiple attempts until I get it right. But it's been probably a year since I've done one. I haven't cooked Thai food in Korea, and we've been here for a year. So
thank you, Fatox.
Fatox, welcome back.
For your
I know that
16
name.
months. He says you can tell he's a good chef because of that nice cup of dark roast getting cold
right.
nearby.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're so focused, we don't have time to drink it. So I'm cutting up these shallots here. And then I will do the thing that will actually offend our Thai person in chat. And
I'm getting better about trying to go back to YouTube chat too. You should play Return of Obra Dinn.
yes, I have played The Return of Obra Dinn. It's great.
That one's great. Monty playing Hades.
Yep.
You've already played that.
I haven't played Hades 2 yet because I'm waiting for the actual full release of the game. But I played probably, 100 hours of Hades 1.
Pad krapow is my favorite Thai dish, but no Thai restaurant in Texas will add an egg to it. Oh.
What?
All right, we're not moving to Texas.
I'll tell you the secret of Thai restaurants. Many of them are run by Chinese people. Many of them are run by Chinese people, guys. That is insane, though, that they would not add a fried egg to your krapow.
Sadly goes back to cutting shallots.
And crying over the shallots. Or maybe it's because I'm crying over the lack of fried egg in your cuisine.
Oh, EU Shrike, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
First month. And you know what?
I will take your bot.
We appreciate it.
Your Thai bot. Long live the Thai king.
And Zachary Paul, thank you for your resubscription. On the basis of hard to get ingredients, what is something you've struggled to get in Korea that's easier to get in the West?
Oh, there's tons of stuff.
Tons.
There's tons of stuff.
But, you don't have to cry about it.
I'm weeping over the lost Western ingredients. Chili peppers, a lot of Mexican ingredients are annoying, although I can get canned chipotle and adobo here, which is a pretty big game changer, especially for Mexican-style marinades or sauces. But any kind of dried chilies, that's going to be fucked, 100%.
It's been easier, though.
It's been better.
Yeah.
It's getting better all the time, but yeah. You would think, you could get dried chilies, but you can't. That's not a thing. You can get dried Korean chilies. Oh my God, this is actually wrecking me.
Oh, I know you love chilies.
I just want chilies. I just want chilies so I can make sauces. Yeah, obviously a lot of Mexican fresh ingredient. Mexican cheese is like right out.
Are radishes hard to get?
No?
No? Because they make muku, which is like radish soup here.
Yeah, it's
like
not. Those are Korean radishes, though. They're
Korean
different.
radishes. Chinese radishes, they're different.
You know, honestly, Chinese ingredients have been weirdly hard to get here, which you wouldn't think. But Sichuan cooking ingredients, I've had kind of a rough time finding. I think we're going to actually have to go to Chinatown in Incheon, which is like the biggest Chinatown in Korea, for me to find some of that stuff. Because I can't even get it online here. And these would be dried ingredients. So Chinese chilies as well. I can get Sichuan peppercorns, but I can't get the fermented black beans that I need to make some Sichuan dishes. Which is weird because mapo tofu is popular here, and that's an ingredient in mapo tofu, so I don't really know what's going on with that.
Probably just go to Chinatown. That's probably the best. Vela24, thank you very much for your subscription.
Thank you, Vela.
4 months. Have I missed any other cooking streams? I saw the carnitas one.
Oh, yes. Then we did carnitas, and then we did
Indian, right?
We did a butter chicken and masoor dal one, and we also did a Chinese stir fry one that was it was a American Chinese, so it was broccoli and beef and tomatoes and eggs. But all those have been recorded, guys. And our editor, who'll be looking at this, has done an amazing job on those. So they will be coming out eventually. We just need to set up everything on the new channel and get all the branding and stuff done. So, because it's going to be entirely separately branded.
Shallots 1, Monty 0.
Yeah, I'm getting wrecked. All right, so I will show you these now. These are gochu. These are oimat gochu. So gochu is the Korean word for pepper. There's a bunch of different ones, as you might expect. They are kind of chili pepper. I didn't know what these were, but oimat means cucumber flavor peppers. So I bought them because I figured they'd be more mild. I would use jalapenos if I had access to them, but you can, if you're in Korea or you're in a place that has different kind of chili peppers, jalapenos, you don't have to seed them if you don't want to. This will help control the spice level in the dish. I like this because of the flavor of the jalapenos or the flavor of the gochu. The oimat gochu are actually a hybrid of green bell peppers and Korean peppers, like chili peppers. So these are pretty interesting. You can obviously get hotter ones if you want. I'm going to go ahead and seed these because a lot of the heat is going to be coming from these guys, which are Thai bird's eye chilies instead. So these are Thai bird's eye chilies. These are very spicy. These are very spicy and delicious. So a lot of the heat's going to be coming from these, but we're going to add some extra depth of flavor. So again, I use jalapenos. You can use 3 or 4. It is entirely based on your preference. You do not have to use the jalapenos whatsoever if you do not want to. You could use Anaheim chilies or poblano chilies if you want something even milder than jalapenos. This is the sacrilegious part. I was taught this by Thai people in how to make kaprao. So this is not my invention. But I do think that it adds a lot of interesting flavor to the dish, so I have continued to use it. Susie will vouch for my jalapeno
It's delicious.
kaprao.
It is delicious. Do you still live in Korea? Yes.
Well, I lived in LA. Susie and I lived in LA for 6-7 years, in between the Korea stints, but we've been back for about a year now. So I'm going to rinse these out.
Okay. You guys can get a shot of Monty's butt as he rinses out peppers. EU Shrike says, have you guys seen the pad kaprao so cursed that the Swedish embassy had to apologize to the Thai people?
Wait, what? What is this?
I don't know.
What did you say?
We'll look it up. He said there was something where I guess the pad kaprao was so bad in Sweden, the Swedish embassy had to apologize to the Thai people.
Yeah, that's tragic.
Is there not an Amazon-like website for Korea? Yes, it's called Coupang,
Yep.
and we can get in fact, we can get Amazon here too. It ships out here for free, over $49.
It depends. Not all the products do.
Not all of them.
So I may be shipping myself some chili peppers, some Mexican chili peppers from Amazon. We will find out.
Yeah.
No, try these. They're not very spicy.
Okay. Lotus9 says, I want to thank you for all that you do. I look forward to your streams every night, no matter what you're doing, and you've got me into League all those years ago and have been following you ever since.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's yummy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spicy. It's like yummy and spicy.
It's not spicy. All right. Well, Susie's already complaining about being too spicy, and we know how that goes around here. So I will be only using 2 of these as a result, because otherwise I will have to listen to how this dish is too spicy. We hate that.
I'm really curious about this Swedish Kaprao now.
You can also make it without the Thai chilies, if that is your preference. You can just make it with the jalapenos. Again, the chilies are really about controlling the spice level of the dish. And I will tell you, in Thailand, pad kaprao is very hot. And I like it very hot. Unfortunately, some other people...
It's a different hot. You can make it hot. Fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dangerous.
Go ahead.
So I'm mincing the uimat gochu, and you can mince the jalapenos. And why we're doing this is we want everything to be very small, because the texture of this dish is based around the ground pork. So it really is a very most stir-fried dishes you want very uniform size of things. Not only so you have uniform texture, but so you have uniform cooking time. So this is why you want to be very consistent in the way that you prepare ingredients when you're stir frying. And so we have our bowl now of the garlic and shallots that we're going to be using. I'm going to make a separate bowl now with the chili peppers that we're going to be using. And the reason is that we're going to add these at different times to the dish. So we will add the aromatics, which are the shallots and the garlic first. And then over time, we will start to add more of these ingredients. So I'm going to use my bench scraper here to scrape everything into this bowl. So we will have the Korean chili peppers, the gochu, which are not very spicy, contrary to what some people might be saying. Not very spicy at all. And I will add 3 of these bird's eye chilies. Now, again, these are very, very spicy, so we're going to want them in very small pieces. So you're just going to cut them like this into little slivers. So we're just slicing each chili. And we will be adding the seeds on these ones. You can avoid them, you can leave them out, but in my opinion, this dish loses a lot of flavor without the chilies. So my advice is make it as spicy as you can stand it, because that will be the tastiest way to eat it.
Question to Susie: how much of Korean food being spicy is real, or is it just?
I mean, it can be very spicy.
Yeah, Korean food can be very spicy. It's okay. It's a different kind of spice. So red pepper flake spice is different from chili spice, which is different.
So this is what's used typically in Korea, which is gochugaru. So this is a gochu, okay? This is a big one because it's the hybrid with the green pepper. They have different kinds. You can see on the package here. There are dried gochus. So obviously, like most chili peppers, the more they mature, the redder they get. This is dried and then ground into red pepper powder called gochugaru. And this is the primary thing that makes Korean food spicy. Sometimes, like what I'm doing with these Thai bird chilies, there are spicy green gochu that are bigger than this, but they're cut up. And then they're cooked into things like soups, like doenjang jjigae. And we will be doing Korean food on here, guys, obviously. But, I asked people what they wanted this week. They said Thai. I have kind of unique experience with Thai food because I cooked in a Thai restaurant, and I love Thai food. So this is something that's very, within my wheelhouse of experience. And I've learned a lot about Korean cooking over the years. But people wanted Thai food this week, so.
It's also, and things like puldak and...
Oh, yes. That has a lot of gochugaru in it.
Yeah, so there's puldak, there's...
Which it means fire chicken, literally.
Yeah. And then I know there's the packaged puldak
whatever.
noodle thing that people keep talking about, but I mean, that's all chemicals at that point.
Yeah, I can make puldak. I will do that at some point. It is very good, but it is very spicy.
But yeah, so there's puldak, there's like, what is it? The chicken feet can be really hot.
Yeah.
Galbichim.
Some soups can be very hot.
Galbichim can be really, really hot. Yeah, it just depends on how much red pepper you put in it, and also the intensity of those peppers. We are doing pad see ew, not pad thai.
Yep.
And have you ever made massaman curry before?
Yes. I bought a bunch of curry pastes as well. There may be a world where eventually we do a. I mean, we will do a Thai curry stream at some point in time. Like I think that's inevitable, but I will do two different versions where I will do the any percent Thai curry, as it were, which is where we buy curry paste and use it that way. And then we'll do the completionist version where we actually make the Thai curry paste. And that includes a bunch of stuff that you should be able to buy at local Asian stores. Galangal is probably the weirdest ingredient that you're going to find in there, but you can get that. It's what galangal is a root herb, or that is like, it's sort of like ginger, but it looks a lot like ginger. And you can buy that frozen at many Asian markets. And what we do is we grind that and lemongrass and garlic and other ingredients into that curry paste. And that's the basis for red curry, Thai curry, massaman curry, Penang curry, different curry pastes. I'm just going to go ahead and wash the chili spiciness off of this real quick.
Curry. I'm so hungry. Will you dance for us as you? Thank you.
Gotta shake my ass for you.
Yeah.
Nice. Glad you still like it, Susie.
We gotta get the
11 years later, you still like it. It's a good sign.
I still love your ass, okay?
It's a good sign.
Nasty Nazgul. Thank you for your subscription.
Great name.
Oh, last question. I've tried the 1X and 2X spicy buldak. What level is more appropriate spice level for staple Korean food? I
have no idea.
I have no idea.
What is this person talking about?
Are you talking about the buldak noodles? Because we don't.
I've never had the packaged
yeah.
buldak, so I have no idea what they're doing with that.
that.
I make real buldak, not instant buldak, whatever that is.
Yeah, we've never had the noodles, so I really can't say.
Okay, so what we've got now, to recap what we're doing.
EU Shrika says, cleaning the cutting board, too hygienic for actual Thai street food.
That's true. All right, so what we've got is we've got bowls of ingredients now that we have created. So I will show you guys. This is our chili bowl that has the gochu or jalapeno if you're using that, and the Thai bird chilies. This is the aromatics bowl that has our shallots and garlic in it. And this is our bowl of the holy basil. So we're using all of these as usual. When we do, it's just way easier to get all this stuff done in advance because the actual cooking of these ingredients is going to take almost no time at all, right? We are now going to make a bowl for the sauce.
Sauce.
Because this is also going to go in. So I actually do need some brown sugar. And we need to start using measuring spoons. So this is something that will be going in the middle of the dish, towards the end. The correct thing to use is palm sugar. Now, I don't have palm sugar. And also, I kind of just prefer to use dark brown sugar. This is an unorthodox choice for Thai food because it's not just palm sugar, it's that white granulated sugar is probably what you will find in most Thai street food these days. However, I like the richness of the sugar, the brown sugar, right? So I will be, hold up just a second, guys. I will be using this instead.
Shiv, 10,001. It's
Yes.
Kaprao, and we're making it with pork.
Yes.
Is the answer.
So I'm going to use 1.5 tablespoons of this brown sugar. I'm going to use a tablespoon of our fish sauce that we've got here. that I have not opened yet. So
They're watching
we
me
have
struggle
our
with.
brown sugar. We have our fish sauce, so that we are going to do a tablespoon of this. A tablespoon of the oyster sauce. So here is the oyster sauce that we have. I have to open this one too. The Healthy Boy. Is it healthy? Probably not.
Archie 7497 says, fun fact about holy basil, it's a revered plant where I live.
In India?
People don't uproot this plant if they start, unless they start growing it somewhere else, unless absolutely necessary.
Are you in India? That is an interesting fact. Thank you.
That is.
All right, we're going to use 2 teaspoons of our black soy sauce.
That's the thick one. Yeah, you guys can see how thick and...
All right, so I forgot to show it off first. This is the 2 teaspoons of our black soy sauce. We'll fix that in post. Just causing problems for the editor, you know?
Archie says yes, India.
India, yeah.
Cool.
And we're going to use a tablespoon of lime juice. This is another controversial take. Sorry, I have to rustle around in my fridge here. This is another controversial take that will no doubt offend some Thai people, that we are putting the lime juice in the sauce. A lot of times people will just squeeze lime juice over the dish at the end, but I prefer to put it in the sauce. You can also just add more later if you want, so not a big deal. And I don't have a juicer, so this is the part where I stab myself in the hand with a butter knife, juicing a lime. So juice of half a lime should be about good for approximately 1 tablespoon. We can adjust, we'll mix it together, and then we can adjust the sugar in this, which is maybe something we might need more of.
Have you watched Chef Jean-Pierre? You have the same kind of cutting board and scraper that he swears by.
I do not know what that is.
We don't know who he is. Will there be a VOD of the cooking streams?
Yes, it's in the live tab of my YouTube channel, and it'll be edited down. When that edited version will be released, God only knows. Probably a couple months, but this will be available on my YouTube, my typical YouTube that I do VOD reviews on. It's the live tab. It should be archived there. It'll also be on Twitch. The VOD will be on Twitch, so no big deal.
Oak Tree says, I checked the Youngjae Costco and they had American turkey. Can you make turkey so I know how to make Charlie Brown food?
So, I don't have an oven big enough for a turkey.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, I could. I could make what you call Charlie Brown food, but I do not have an oven that can support the Charlie Brown food project. Yeah, that's one of the things, is making a Thanksgiving dinner without the oven would be really hard.
We just, we have some friends who are chefs and they have restaurants and they almost every year do like a mega all-you-can-eat Thanksgiving dinner extravaganza thing, and so we go there.
Yeah.
It's easier.
So I also don't have chicken stock right now. You can't really buy chicken stock in Korea, and I haven't made any myself. So what I'm going to do is add some better than bouillon, which is, I want 1/3 of a cup of chicken stock in this. So what I'm going to do is add the better than bouillon to the sauce mix here, and then I'll add 1/3 of a cup of water when I actually cook this dish later on. So.
Oak Tree, if you are interested, you should look into Cali Kitchen in Itaewon.
Yes, it's extremely
good. The guy's name is Chuck Chun, and he makes wonderful food. And I think next week he
deep fries the turkey, which is amazing.
Yeah, but next week I think he's going to list the reservations and the menu and stuff for Thanksgiving this year. So check it out. It's called Cali Kitchen.
CALI. But yes, that highly recommended, that place. That guy That guy just has, the thing about it is he's a great chef, and he also just has tools that none of us have. Like, for example, he cooks the turkey sous vide first, and then he deep fries it. But, you know, deep frying a 18-pound turkey, having the equipment for that is not something most people are going to be able to do at home unless you have some sort of rocket burner outside and a stock pot the size of the sun that you entirely fill with oil, which might be a fun project when I go back to the States, but we're not going to be doing it here.
What Thai food would you recommend for someone who isn't into spicy food? Pad Thai.
Yeah. Pad See Ew is not spicy at all.
Yeah, Pad See Ew is not spicy at all either.
We'll be making that as well, so. Stay away from some of the stir-fry dishes and the curry dishes, though.
Yeah. Some of them more coconut-based, like, yeah.
Don't go to Thailand. You will have a bad time.
They'll just be like, it's not spicy.
Because there aren't spice levels in Thailand. There's just the food that you order and however spicy it is when they give it to you, which in the case of Kaprao is frequently very spicy, which I find to be delicious, but I can understand why you might not.
It is so delicious. What is the best meal Monty has made for you? I don't know. Every meal.
That's right. Good answer.
Will there be any dessert for you guys today?
No, although another stream might feature sticky rice and mango, which I have made.
Yes, you have.
In the past.
We can get mango.
Yeah, I need the glutinous rice, but yes, we can do that as well, I'm sure. A different kind of rice you use for that.
Hurry up!
And then basically you condense coconut milk cream, like sugar sauce.
Sir?
Yes.
I need you to...
I'm drinking my coffee.
I need you to hurry up here. I'm getting hungry.
This is not a high-stress cooking show, okay? I don't have Gordon Ramsay shouting at me.
You have your wife shouting at you instead.
Bad times. All right, we're going to marinate some beef. We should have done this earlier, but it'll be all right. So what I'm going to be using is for the beef. Now you can make, hold up. Okay. You can make pad see ew with a variety of different proteins. You can do it with thinly sliced chicken, whether that's breast or I would prefer thigh. And you can also use beef. You can use pork, I guess, too, if you wanted to. I prefer beef. Flank steak is good. This is outside skirt steak, which is called anchangsal in Korean. So I'm going to be using about half a pound of this, which is about 250 grams. This is an 800-gram container. I don't have to worry about slicing it because in Korea, the outside skirt steak already comes very thinly sliced. I just have soy sauce on my hands, guys. I'm not like bleeding black blood or anything. So this is anchangsal. It's going to be very good quality here in Korea. It's not, skirt steak, flank steak, not very expensive, but so you don't have to use super expensive cuts of beef for this, but this is going to be quite good. I'll probably cut these in half to make these just slightly more bite-sized now that I take a look at it and open this up. So I'm just going to pull out what I think is about half a pound and maybe a little bit more, and we will go from there. And we will cut this into smaller pieces, and I'm going to pull out a bowl and just marinate this in a tablespoon of soy sauce. So that's probably about good. Meat slap. I was going to cut all this in half. I'm going to go get a bowl out. I forgot I needed one more bowl for the various projects that I'm working on right now.
Where's the smaller one?
They're all being used.
Oh.
They're all being used. I'm going to wash my hands. And I'm just going to use regular soy sauce for this. You could use the thin soy sauce as well if you want to, but I'm just going to use a tablespoon of the regular soy sauce.
Aw, Marquis did. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't read your name because I'm awful, but thank you. He says production has been top notch.
We're getting it there.
Me.
Good job, Susie.
I can press buttons.
Subs for Susie. Subs for Susie. Give Susie your Bezos bucks. All right. Here we go. So this is the outside skirt steak that I have cut into smaller pieces, and we're just going to be throwing that together with some soy sauce to soften it up for a little bit.
Aw, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's been a little bit harder to set up because Monty was trying to set up earlier this morning, and our 4-year-old is old enough to understand that he shouldn't touch dad's stuff. Our 9-month-old, not so much, and he's like pulling all the camera tripods and everything down. So it took a little bit longer than expected. But
Plus, we hadn't set this up in a while, so it took longer, and I didn't have time last night because I was recording a show. So
yeah, so we kicked both of them out.
And also we had some technical difficulties, which hopefully we will not have again.
Yeah, I don't think Orion, he there's like cables on the ground. He's like putting it in his mouth and stuff. So after each stream, guys, we actually have to clean up all the cameras and take them all down because
It's a process.
it's a process.
You should be grateful.
Well, this is our home.
Twitch Prime sub. That's how grateful you should be. You should be Twitch Prime sub grateful. Or Tier 1 sub grateful. I take either.
What can't this man do? Cooking streams, film content, league content, inspiring.
Exactly. Bask in my glory. Okay, so for this...
I can tell you what he can't do though. Dance content.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, I could. It would just be comedy content. We're just going to mince a few garlic cloves here to add to this, which will increase our bowl collection, our ongoing bowl collection. So now we're going to use 4 cloves of garlic here for the pad see ew. So now we're going to make everything for the pad see ew. We were making everything for the kaprao earlier.
Okay, thank you very much for your Prime subscription.
Thank you.
2 months. Sweet. What kind of oil do you use?
So for this, we need a high heat oil. So I'm going to use avocado oil because I like it, but you could use peanut oil is often a good choice for Thai food. You could use canola oil. Any kind of high heat vegetable oil is going to be okay. I will probably use canola oil when I fry the eggs because it's less expensive.
I think you're going to have to do dance content now. I'm sorry.
Well, fortunately for you guys, in the Star Wars Every Game playthrough,
Yes!
there is a game called Star Wars Connect, which is a Star Wars dancing game that you use Connect for. So I will have to find an Xbox 360 in order to make this content with the Connect and then get Star Wars Connect. So there you go. We look forward to it.
What's the most common cooking oil in Korea? I have no idea. Sunflower, maybe?
Sunflower, canola.
Because Max's school gave us some sunflower oil.
Sunflower, canola are the 2 I see most frequently. I don't use those though.
I'm Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm
Yeah,
Han Solo.
she's singing the I'm Han Solo song from the Star Wars Connect. Okay, so for vegetables in the pad see ew, a lot of times you will use gailan, which is Chinese broccoli. I could not find that here. I tried. I could not find it. It's another mysterious Chinese ingredient that I couldn't find.
Uh-oh.
You can use broccolini.
Is this a common case of Americans putting broccoli into Asian dishes?
I'm brocklifying this. So broccolini is okay. I didn't have problems finding gailan in Los Angeles. This, however, I'm going to have to use regular broccoli, which is fine. But how we cut this is going to be pretty important because you actually do want some of the stems here. So I'm going to take this broccoli that I have been cutting up over the last few days to feed to my kids. And
For
I'm gonna cut it into pieces that are about this big, right? I'd like it longer, but it's going to be hard to do that. And so if you look at this, we're going to cut it like this, and then we're just going to slice it down the middle. So what we want are nice, beautiful, long and delicious thin strips of broccoli with the crown still attached to it. It makes a very nice texture in this dish. So if you can get gailan, I would say do that. I could not find it this time. So I'm just going to use regular broccoli instead. And indeed, many of you may be in places where you cannot get Chinese broccoli.
We've already prepped. If you're joining us now, welcome. No, right now he is prepping for the pad see ew.
Yep, this is the pad see
We've
ew.
already prepped for the pad kaprao. And then once all the prep is done, then we will go ahead and cook the things. So the broccoli is not for the kaprao, thank God. It is for
I've got
pad
green
see ew.
beans for that. And then we will engage. We will shortly engage in the microwave heresy. So,
could you ask Monty why he isn't velveting the beef and only marinating with soy?
I could velvet it with baking soda, I guess, but I don't want to. And also, typically velveting is done in Chinese food. I don't think I've seen it done a lot in Thai food. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. So I'll just use the rest of this broccoli. You probably want about a cup of broccoli. Now, you want this steamed. If you have the gailan, you don't really have to pre-steam it. But we are going to have to pre-steam it. And by pre-steam it, I mean microwave it. So behold, broccoli hacks. You guys ready? Prepare yourselves for the incoming microwave heresy. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this broccoli and we're going to put it in this bowl. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a small amount of water inside this bowl. You know, maybe just like a centimeter, third of an inch, you know, something like that. And then I'm going to do this. Behold, the plate goes on top. And then I will put it in the microwave and microwave it. And what we want to do is not get the broccoli super soft because we're still going to stir fry it. So it's more of like a parboil consistency that we're looking for here. So I'm putting it in my microwave for 2 minutes and then we'll go ahead and check on it and see how it's doing. It may be too much, it may be too little, but we will find out. The other thing we are going to need for the pad kaprao is green beans. Now, green beans are one of those hilarious foods in Korea where some of these things are seen as very exotic here, such as asparagus and green beans. So you will go to a grocery store and they will have normally in America and Europe, you're used to getting like a fat bundle of asparagus, right? They will have it in like a styrofoam tray that's saran wrapped, and they'll have 5 pieces of asparagus that cost like $5 for 5 pieces of asparagus. Green beans are similar, where you have to get them in very small quantities. However, we can get uncooked frozen green beans.
Costco! Woo!
No, this wasn't Costco.
What was this from?
Coupon!
Coupon!
So I would just buy the frozen varieties because they don't cost an insane amount of money, and they still are uncooked, and these green beans are also trimmed. However, we do need, if you are going to do this, what you should do is boil some water, chuck the green beans in for a couple of minutes till they turn bright green, and then what you're going to do is take a bowl with ice water in it and shock them. So you want to parboil them because we don't want to overcook the green beans. Now these are uncooked and frozen, so what I'm going to do is, you could do this too, buy yourself some uncooked frozen green beans, and basically every frozen green bean is uncooked. And what you want is just to chuck about a cup of these things inside your microwave for, I don't know, 30 seconds a minute, and we will simulate the parboiling process. So the microwave heresy will continue. So I like having my kaprao with green beans in it. In terms of vegetables, I think it adds, some interest and some different texture. So it's something that I enjoy. I'm just gonna get a couple more. Some of these are already smaller, so I will make them the same size once I get them out. So there you go. There are some frozen green beans. This will probably be about a cup. When I finish with it. But we'll take the broccoli out now, and we'll see how it's doing.
This is the advanced Thai microwave technique. Delicious. Ooh.
So we have some broccoli here, so I'm just gonna feel it. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty okay. I did 2 minutes right now. Remember, we are gonna cook this more, so I'm gonna try one and make sure that it's not too crunchy still. It's very hot, so I'm gonna make it dance between my hands. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Give me one.
No.
I shake my head at you in a disapproving manner.
Do your worst. All right, let's check how our noodles are doing. It's been about an hour, so longer than probably necessary. So as we see here, the noodles have softened up quite a bit. What we want to do is, like an Italian dish, you want to finish the pasta in the actual sauce, so we're going to do that. So we need them just to be a little bit chewy, which they are now, which is good. We're happy with these. I'm just going to pour up the water.
Some of my girlfriends are discussing how you cut your broccoli.
Yes.
And they were afraid you're going to cut off your fingers.
Oh,
You should hold
that's
your
nice.
knife better.
So I'm gonna fluff up and separate these noodles a little bit, and we will add these to the pad see ew. I'm a quality fluffer. Everything is beeping. Okay, so we've thawed out these green beans a little bit. They're feeling pretty. Hopefully we didn't overcook them. I'm just going to chop these in half real quick. Make them a little bit more of a uniform size. I'll tear a couple of these. We're good. All right, so these are the green beans we'll be heating up for the Kaprao.
Give me one of those.
They're cold.
Are they still cold?
She's so desperate for food. She's
so
just eating frozen green beans, guy. She's so desperate. She's now just eating frozen green beans. Pathetic.
I need to be fed.
This is how, by the way, guys, I keep her liking my food. Is I just get her so hungry that she thinks it's delicious no matter what.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, I need eggs. Okay, so, we're running out of bowls.
By the way, this microwave technique only works if you live in a place where you can guarantee that your vegetable will not have insects or pesticides in it.
That's probably true. I've never personally had that problem, but...
Thanks, Archie.
So we got 2 eggs here, and the eggs are going to be... We'll use several eggs throughout this dish, but these eggs in particular, these 2, are going to be for the pad see ew. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them in here. I'm going to put eggshells in there because I'm bad at this.
Would you like extra crunchy?
Extra crunchy noodles. Now with eggshells. All right, so we got those in there. And I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and then I'm going to lightly beat them with some chopsticks because it's easier to do it that way. So as we can see here, just lightly beat them. This will just add some more texture and nice protein to the pad see ew. Chopsticks are just happen to be one of the easiest ways to do that. So use a fork or whatever as well. It's mostly the Japanese omelet technique of beating with the chopsticks. Okay, so I think we are about ready to start the cooking process.
Woohoo!
And we're going to start with the pâte krapow, guys. So I have, in my recipe, I said use a pound, which is about 500 grams. These are two 300-gram packages, which is all I could get. So I'm just going to use all of it, which is 600 grams. So maybe a little bit much, but you guys will see how this works. As usual, we're going to try and crisp brown the meat first. So we are going to heat up this wok. I'm going to turn on the fan. So sorry about any ambient fan noise that you may experience.
Do you want to open up some windows?
Yes.
Open it on closer to your end.
This is like to get a little bit smoky.
Mm-hmm. Dino nuggets are the next.
Yes, dino nuggets
will be the next stream, guys.
Handmade dino nugs, handcrafted.
Ooh, actually.
We'll just blend an entire chicken until it's paste, add flour, and then handcraft our dino nugs.
Susie is the ADC, Monty is the support. I am demanding to be fed. Here, guys, look at that wok steaming.
Smoking.
Whatever.
That's oil, so I'm going to add a little bit of avocado. Woks get hot very quickly, obviously. So what we're going to do first is we are going to add the aromatics. So I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit. We don't want it quite so hot when we're dealing with the garlic and the scallions. Very helpful.
Camera angle for number 4. There. Okay, stop. No.
If only it were so easy, Susie. Hold up. See if it's not zoomed in. Okay. So this is the wok cam. Enjoy. It's the only stream on Twitch with a wok cam. So we're gonna fry these up. So this is our sliced garlic and scallions that are going to go in first. Then the chili peppers are going to go in. And then our pork is going to go in. So heat it up on high, but I turn it down a little bit once we get to this stage because I don't want to quite incinerate my shallots and garlic. Oh my God, it smells amazing. You get a little browning in there, though. Nothing wrong with getting it a little crispy. We'll let this sit here for a couple minutes. Turn it back up again a little bit. Sorry, I have to look at the flame because there are no settings on the... First off, this range, because of the way Korean food is cooked and soups and stuff, can get insanely hot. It's a gas range that is crazy hot, which I love. Because it reminds me of me.
Sorry, I was drinking my coffee. I couldn't respond to that. Reddy Ratington says, I'd give anything to see Susie's face at that comment.
Well, you know, if we had more subs, maybe we could get a Susie cam for picture-in-picture.
Oh, God, no, we don't want a Susie cam.
The picture-in-picture Susie cam.
The picture-in-picture.
All right, so now we're going to put our chili peppers in here.
Ooh, look at the color.
I'm going to cook these up for a minute. So these are the gochu and the Thai bird chilies. So I'm going to turn this back up a little bit now. And then after that, we're going to add the pork. I probably don't need to add any more oil, but we'll check when the pork gets in there because the pork is going to have probably quite a bit of fat in it. So I don't think we're going to need a lot more.
Ooh, yeah. That smells so good. You can smell the garlic. You can smell the chilies.
Yeah, it's spicy.
Ooh,
It's making me cough a little bit.
it's making me cough and I'm over here. I mean, Shiv, we live in an apartment also
Yep.
with fire and smoke alarms, but I guess they just assume that Koreans are going to be
Yeah.
cooking really smoky food.
Yeah, I mean, cooking high heat food is pretty normal here, so.
I wish, man, if smell-o-vision was a thing, we would get that immediately for you guys.
Yeah, Futurama, come on. Okay, so I'm adding the ground pork now to this. And what we're gonna do, and this is essential, so when you stir fry with ground meat, or any meat, but ground meat is easiest, so I'm gonna mix it all together first.
Hold on, I'm going to open the window on this side.
Yeah, it's getting smoky in here.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mash it like this to the bottom of the pan. To the bottom of the wok. We're gonna just smash it against the sides and the bottom, and we're just gonna leave it there. And so why we're doing this is we're trying to get a Maillard reaction going, and we want this really hot at this point. We're trying to get a Maillard reaction going so that we actually have browning on the meat, and that'll make it even more delicious. So that's what we're doing right now. Crisp it up a little bit. It'll create an interesting texture. So with any kind of meat, we'll be doing this with the beef. We'll be doing this with the beef from the Pad See Ew as well.
How often do you use Sichuan peppers?
Well, when I make Sichuan food, which I haven't since we've been in Korea, but I used to do it pretty frequently. I can do some Sichuan cooking streams for you guys as well.
Jeff, just read this. Monty is a lot of things, but he is not Polish.
I'm not what?
Polish.
I am not, that's true. I am not, I am 0% Polish, in fact. But I would make a pierogi, because pierogis are delicious.
That is very true. Everyone keeps saying you can be the next, who is this, Kenji?
Oh, Kenji.
Alt?
Yes, big fan. Big fan of Kenji.
You can be the next Kenji.
So check out this now. If we're back to the wok.
Back to the wok.
So you see how this is nicely browning up? So that's all looking good. We're going to spread it around for a second pass at the Maillard reaction, but we like how this is going. This is actually pretty lean pork. It looks like we're not getting a lot of fat off of this, which is fine, but I might add a little more oil as a result.
Make it saucy.
So we're just going to leave that again for another minute. We like where the Maillard reaction is going and the browning at this point in time. And then we're gonna deglaze it in a minute. So and then we're gonna deglaze it, and then we're gonna reduce the liquid until it gets to a point where we feel like it's gonna be good. In the meantime, I will go ahead and chuck it in the bowl.
Would it be better browning if you cooked it in batches?
Yes, but I'm lazy. So consider that.
Has Monty ever cooked for the Elephant Gentleman?
Yeah. Thorin's been at our house.
That's true. Thorin's come over.
Doa.
Richard has not.
Doa.
Degon has been
Degon.
over. I'm trying to think who else. I don't
Maui.
think Dom ever
Maui.
leaves his room.
Now he's
Maui's been over.
Yep.
Dom doesn't exist. He's actually just a...
He's actually just lives online.
Yep.
So I would say most of them, actually. At least half.
Oh, wolf.
Wolf, yep.
Look at that, guys.
Most of these people have been at parties at our house when I used to smoke like 15 pounds of brisket and serve it to 30 people.
Brisket. That smells amazing. And you know what? I'm sure the apartments all around us can also smell this because all our windows are open right now. I mean, for our friends who are here in Korea, if you guys get here in the next hour, we could also all enjoy this. I'm just saying.
And you know, if you are in Korea and you don't want to go to a Thai market to attempt to find holy basil for this dish, you can actually buy Thai basil on Kupang and have it delivered to you. So that's an option for you guys as well. Everything else you can get on Kupang. All the sauces you can get on Kupang here or Amazon if you're in the United States. I don't know what you Euros use. What do Euros use?
For what?
Ordering stuff online.
Amazon? I don't know, guys. What do you guys use? There's Kupang,
The
there's
Euros
Amazon.
the Euros might be asleep.
Oh. The EU equivalent of Amazon. Whatever that is. Oh, maybe the EUs are asleep. We're hitting all the Asia and
Yep.
night owl Americans, or?
It's not that late on the West Coast.
Oh, it's not?
No.
It's 6 a.m. in Europe. So early birds.
No. None of my fans are early birds. That's fake. They're just degens. That's what they are.
Fair. No, they would be up all night.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here we go. We got some char in there now. We're pretty happy with this, I think. That's the delightful char we were looking for. Okay, we're going to take the sauce now. I'm going to mix this in.
Oh, guys, midnight on East Coast, that's a perfect time to be watching food.
Yeah, that's great.
stream.
It's midnight snack time.
Oh, yeah.
My NA degens are just waking up. All right, so we got all the sauce in there now. So we wanted to mix in the sauce. And then I put 1/3 of a cup of water back in the bowl with the sauce in it so I get all the remnants. We're going to deglaze with that.
We've got Swedish fans and Norwegian fans confessing that they have not yet gone to bed.
Yep.
Guys.
Shout out to Norway, the homeland of my family.
I mean, I'm glad you're here, but man, at this point in my life, if I had the choice to sleep, I would sleep.
Okay, so what we want to do is like cook this down. It's cooking down pretty nicely now because we don't want it too juicy to go with the rice. And then the final part is I'm going to turn down the heat just a little bit here. We're going to add all of that holy basil. And it's going to wilt into the dish.
Oh man, France, Netherlands, after party Portuguese fan over here. Well, oh,
Degen Pat Kaprao here. And there we go.
that looks so good.
All right, I will give you a that camera sucks, so we'll show it to you in this one instead.
Which one, 2? There we go.
There's
Get a
your
little
Pat
closer.
Kaprao.
Up. There you go. Mmm.
And so I will make the egg for this, guys, but I'm going to make the pad see ew first and do the egg last because I have to fill the pan with a bunch of oil in order to do that. And So it's just easier to do these in different batches. So while I prep for that, I suppose I will give my hungry wife some food.
Woohoo!
Whoa. I'm bending over because this is where the rice cooker is with the jasmine rice that I made earlier. Some class Thai street food here. You can have a little now, Susie, but you need to wait for the egg.
Okay.
You can tell me how it is.
I shall.
Here you go.
Up, 2, up, closer. There you go.
We'll give you guys a better shot when it actually has the egg on it, but there's the first taster.
Thank you.
And Susie can describe that for you guys.
Ooh, so I'm noticing this is saucier than usual. A lot of basil here. I feel like the oily peppers give it a different flavor.
Yeah, they will in the jalapenos.
Yeah, I'm used to your jalapenos, but it tastes fresher. I don't know how to explain it. It's definitely a different flavor than jalapenos.
I didn't add the green beans. Ah, well. I forgot to add the green beans, guys.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna cook the green beans.
All right,
into it
get
now.
that green beans in there too.
So you should probably add the green beans before you add the basil, typically, but you
Oh my
know,
gosh,
mistakes were made.
but it's good.
You don't sound very impressed, Susie.
It's good. It's different. It actually tastes a lot different than your normal Kaprao. It's not spicy enough.
What? That's why I use the jalapenos.
On the road again. Thank you very much for your subscription.
Thank you, On the Road again. Appreciate you.
Who's the better chef between... Oh, come on, guys. Monty is definitely the better chef. Otherwise, it would be cooking with Susie, not cooking with Monty. Duh. I am also very good at eating, so...
Yep. She's
This
the better
works out.
food describer, you know? But she's not doing a very good job right now. She's just saying it's different and not explaining what it tastes like.
Oh, I read the joke now, guys. Lol. Who's a better chef between Monty and Susie? It's a tie. Sorry, I was too focused on eating. Also realized I was too focused on eating to change the camera, so apologies.
So what does it taste like, Susie?
It's sweeter than your usual pack of Krapow.
Okay.
It's very flavorful. It's not very spicy. It tastes very fresh. I think it's the fresh holy basil and also the different type of pepper that you use.
Yep.
It's delicious though.
Delicious, though? Mm-hmm. Not disappointing?
Nope.
Is it just because you're hungry?
Maybe. That's your tactic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gordon Freeman 8, thank you very much for your sub with
Mr.
Prime.
Freeman! Wow. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Big fan.
Glad to see Monty making mistakes. It makes me feel better.
What? It wasn't a mistake. It was a distraction from you, Twitch chat. YouTube chat, I want you to know that you didn't distract me. It was Twitch chat. Okay, so we're going to make the sauce now for the pad see ew. It's going to contain many of the similar ingredients. We're going to use a tablespoon of the dark brown sugar again. So here we go. Pad see ew sauce. Let's go. Tablespoon of the sugar. And we're going to use 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. So that's black soy sauce. Where's my oyster sauce? Here it is. There you go. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Wow. This is quite viscous. I gotta shake a little bit. All right, 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce.
Are you a dog or cat person?
Me? Cats. I've had far more cats in my life. 2 tablespoons of the thin soy sauce, or you guys can use regular soy sauce too. I don't think it matters that much. So 2 tablespoons of the thin soy sauce. Oh, I didn't show you the bottle first. We'll fix it in post. Here is the thin soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of this bad boy. Or, this is Korean regular soy sauce. Kanjang. 2 tablespoons of this. Any soy sauce. Kikkoman, your favorite soy sauce, whatever it is. This one, we're going to add a tablespoon of the fish sauce into. I guess I can chuck some of the fish sauce into the Kaprao too, if you want to.
Marshall, the producer switching camera feeds, that would be me. Not only do I switch, I eat the food.
she's
I have a very important job here to do.
Yep. And then we're going to use a teaspoon of the Thai black soy sauce. So here is the black soy sauce. We're using a teaspoon of this as well. So 1 teaspoon. Ah, that was more than 1 teaspoon.
That was definitely more than a teaspoon.
Came out faster than I thought. It's all right. We'll pour it back in the bottle. We're good. Saved. And then we're going to use half a teaspoon of the white pepper. So remember, here is the ground white pepper. It is from the same plant as the black pepper. It is the more ripe pepper berry, is what the white pepper is. It is spicier than regular pepper, guys. So we only want about half a teaspoon in here. We don't need that much. And this is going to be our sauce that we will put into the pad see ew. So I'm going to go ahead right now and just use a spoon and mix this up, mix it all together. The white pepper powder will just stay mostly on the surface of this, but it'll all come together, don't you worry. Your pretty little heads about this. So there we go. Our pad see ew sauce is completed. And now we are ready for the pad see ew, everybody. So we have...
Hold on. Let me finish this so I can press buttons. Okay, I'm ready now.
Are you? Okay, so we're going to heat up the wok again. It has water in it at the moment because I rinsed it out. I gave it a quick rinse, so we need to burn off the water. Then we will add some more oil, and we will be adding things in the following order. So we are going to add the garlic first, okay? Again, the aromatics typically go first in wok-made stir-fried dishes. Then we're going to add, you could add the gai lan next. In this case, it would be the broccoli, which still needs to be cooked just a little bit more. And then we're going to add the eggs and then the noodles, okay? So we also have the sauce. We will need potentially some hot water as well to cook these noodles a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab a measuring cup here, and I'm going to just fill it up with hot water on the off chance that we actually require this. We're waiting for the water to burn off on the wok, which it basically has. And then we're going to add some of our neutral vegetable oil, in this case the avocado oil that I like to use. Sometimes I use peanut oil for this, which is fine as well, canola oil, sunflower oil, whatever you want. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the meat. So remember, we have this soy sauce marinating meat that we had earlier. So this is the meat we marinated in soy sauce. And this is going to be a similar thing where we are going to cook this and try and brown it. So we're going to spread it into a single layer. We're just going to spread it into a nice single layer to brown it in the pan. We're using about half a pound of outside skirt steak. If you use more, you're going to have to cook it in batches just to make sure it cooks evenly. But because we're not using that much, we can actually just cook it like this in one batch. And we are going to put this on a plate and throw it on the side and re-add the meat back in later. This is just to make sure we get that nice Maillard reaction browning on the meat. So we'll leave that for just probably a minute. You can also, if you want, like, you know, push it very aggressively into this pan to go ahead and sear it more.
Archie, you make India sound like it's awful. He's like, being able to cook with tap water, what luxury. Can't be that bad, right?
So I'm stirring the sauce just a little bit more. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, we got some nice browning. So we're just going to stir fry this for a second. We don't want to overcook the beef, obviously. We just want to get it all nice. Just a little crispy and brown on the outside, and then we'll just cook it through for just a little bit of time. And then we will just transfer this to a plate and leave it on the side, and we'll add it back towards the end. Right, guys? Right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to heat this up again, and we're going to add, sorry, the block is a little unstable here. There we go. We're going to add some more oil to the pan, and we're going to go ahead, heat this up, and then we are going to turn it down to medium. So again, we don't want it quite so hot when we add the garlic, which is what we're going to do right now. So garlic goes in, it'll cook a little bit, and infuse that oil with some nice garlicky flavors. How is it? Aromatic?
Everyone is comparing you to Kenji, man. The whole setup is reminiscent of Kenji's videos.
I'm sorry, guys. My setup kicks Kenji's setup's ass. He's a better cook. I'm a better producer. Suck it, Kenji.
Aren't I the producer? Wait. Aw. Thanks, Team Centerlink. Kenji doesn't have a Susie.
That's true. Also, very important. Okay, so we're only going to want to add the greens for just a little bit of time here, and then we're going to just crank this back up to high, and we're going to add the noodles, okay? So the noodles, we want to caramelize the noodles a little bit because I think for me, part of the joy of Pad CU is having that like char on the noodles. I think that's super nice.
Yeah.
And because we have sugar inside the sauce, it'll help caramelize them. So we're just going to heat them up a little bit. Going to incorporate the garlic and broccoli, and then we're going to start to just slowly add sauce to this. So we're not going to like add it all at the same time because we don't want it to get too saucy again because we're trying to actually caramelize the noodles here. So we want sauce, and we want to get the sugar onto the noodles, but we don't want it to be too saucy yet. So it's almost as though we're trying to, get the noodles a little bit crispy before we finish cooking them. Because remember, we've only really soaked them in hot water, and we haven't actually cooked the noodles yet. So I'm just going to leave it there for a second.
Are you just cooking for two? How much would you say this would feed? The amount that you have?
Well, probably two if you're only making this, but I made the krapow as well. So I could probably serve 4, 5, maybe 6 people with this, depending on how hungry they are with everything that I'm making today.
I don't know. I could probably just eat all of it myself.
So if you look here, we're leaving it undisturbed like we did with the meat because we want to get a little bit of char on this, and our plan is working.
EU Strike says the noodles aren't as wide as I'm used to.
Get wider noodles, buddy.
Actually, same. I think I like my... We can try the other noodles that we got from the Thai Mart.
Yeah, these were the dried ones, so I figured this was easier. You can get fresh noodles, which we also have, that are refrigerated that you'll find at Thai markets. But I wanted to show how to cook with the dry noodles because those are easier for most people to get. Oh yeah, we're getting it. Yeah, that's what we want. Get some char on those noodles. I'm gonna add a little bit more sauce now.
We like a good saucy pad see ew.
Yeah. I'm gonna add some water to this as well in just a minute. Oh, I already added it. Never mind. Just kidding. Or I didn't add it yet, so I'm going to start to pour just a little bit of water in here. This will help just cook the noodles a little bit more and make it just a little bit saucier. You'll add noodles until the sauce, or add water until the sauce is kind of at the consistency that you're looking for. This is looking great, though. We're happy with how this is turning out. I'm going to add the rest of the sauce now.
What kind of noodle is this? For those who are joining us
It's
late?
a rice stick. It's a 10 millimeter width rice stick is what it's called. I'll spread these out again a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you put egg in your pad see ew?
It's coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. You can do this kind of at any stage that you want, but this is a technique that's frequently used in Chinese wok cooking as well as Thai wok cooking, which is I'm going to turn the heat down and then I'm going to put a little more oil in here and I'm just going to heat up this side of the pan. And then I'm going to chuck our lightly beaten eggs in there and I'm going to scramble them. So you see just right here. So it keeps the noodles out of the heat and allows us to kind of control how we're cooking ingredients on the side. You'll see this done a lot in Sichuan food as well.
What is the difference between cooking at a home stove versus like a commercial restaurant stove?
Well, those woks can get a lot hotter. And they don't turn off on you like this one just did. It beeped at me and turned off.
Yeah. It thinks you're burning.
I mean, I am, but I'm artfully burning, Susie. So we want to cook that at lower heat, and then we can just kind of blast the heat again at the end, incorporate all the eggs here. Chuck the meat back in to heat it back up. I'm going to add just a little bit more water here. And I'm also going to take a spoon now, and I'm going to kind of use it to toss the noodles. And then I'm going to turn it off and put it in a bowl.
And put it in my mouth.
And put it in Susie's mouth.
The noodles.
My favorite place to put things.
Kappa.
So here we go. Some delightful pad see ew. I like it charred. And you can char this as much or as little as you want to. I think it tastes better with a little char in it. That sauce is very nice. Okay, so I will take some out now with a fork, because we do not use chopsticks. This is Thai food. You see chopsticks in a Thai restaurant, start running the other direction.
Hey, that place was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was okay. Get some beef. Struggle with the noodles, of course.
All right. My turn. If I was camera ready, I would eat it in front of the camera, but I am not. Oh my god, it's so good! The beef is cooked very nicely. It's very soft and tender. Now for the noodles. Let's see.
How is it?
Good. Now I'm going to have a broccoli.
You're leaving me hanging. You said I'm going to try the noodles, and then there was no judgment at the end.
It's too delicious. It is very good. Nice and chewy. A little bit charred, like you intended. I'm trying my best not to eat too loudly. But the egg is good. It's very flavorful. You can taste all of the soy sauces.
I like how Susie just says very flavorful, as if that's a description of a flavor.
I can't describe it any better. It tastes good.
The flavors are flavorful, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would eat again. I like this restaurant. I will come back here again.
Oh, good. You live in this restaurant.
I do.
Would you like some lime to squeeze on your food?
Sure.
Let's give you a nice wedge of lime. Probably is pretty good on top of that pad see ew.
Thank you.
A few drops of lime juice, probably pretty nice. All right, now we are going to wok fry some eggs.
All right, this is where the judgment lies.
This is tricky, guys. So, I also don't have a wok spatula, which is going to make this potentially even trickier. Okay, here we go. Let me get the rest of the water out of this. We don't want to mix oil and water. Sounds like a way to get burned. Okay, so I'm gonna put, this is sunflower oil. You can use any like high heat neutral vegetable oil. You're probably gonna want about 1/4 inch in the pan, so quite a bit. This is, you know, kind of annoying to make. And then what we're gonna do is why this is hard, is you want the oil to be very hot, but you're going to cook it in a way where this is floating in the oil, so the edges are crispy, but the top is still runny and the yolk is runny. And that's why this is a challenging technique to execute. And you also don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan, which can also be hard. So we're going to try and get it off the bottom of the pan right now. And what you want to do is you kind of want to make sure it's not stuck to the bottom of the pan like that. And then you want to flick oil on the top.
Flick it.
So it bubbles like that. And so you leave it so the edges get nice and brown and crispy, but the yolk is still running. All right, it's looking pretty good so far. I haven't messed it up yet, guys. It's not ruined yet.
Oh, it's browning around the edges a little.
You love to see it?
I love to see it.
Okay, so that I might have cooked the yolk here accidentally. So what you're going to want to see is, hopefully we didn't overcook the yolk. Nope, it's still runny. I nailed it. Okay, so I did a good job, Thai people.
Up.
So here is pad krapow, and this is how you'll see it served in Thailand. Jasmine rice with the ground pork, and then a crispy egg on the outside that has this runny yolk in the middle, and that is delicious. Ta-da! That's exactly how you want it. It will take you practice to cook eggs like that.
All right, let's do it again.
Once more. And it will cook faster the second time because the oil's already hot. We're going to try and make sure this doesn't stick to the bottom, which we have successfully done. Compliment me on my egg skills, Twitch chat.
No, they're complimenting you on a professional camera production.
Oh.
But yes, you have a couple of applause and a bravo.
Where's my Thai sub?
Oh, he subbed already.
I know. Where is he?
Oh.
I crave his approval.
You need his approval?
I crave the Thai sub's approval.
Where are you?
Did he leave?
Did he not stay to watch the end?
Outrageous.
Oh, here he is. He says it's fantastic.
Yes.
Woo!
Shout out to EU Shrike. And yeah, the crispy edges are really, and this is just an amazing way to eat eggs. Like it is, the Thai people have really figured eggs out, gotta say. So here's the second bowl that I have made for my delightful producer wife, and you can see, it's
nice
like
and crispy. You
it's
can hear
really
it.
crispy. You can hear it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna squeeze a little bit more lime juice onto my Kaprao here.
You guys like that sound? I can do that again. ASMR. What is the best thing about being married to Monty?
Is it this?
This is one of them. There's just so many things I love about you. I can't rate them.
Yeah, for all of you out there, the worst thing is that you're not married to Monty. I pity you in your...
Sorry, guys. I don't like to share.
In your sad existence.
Move your head. I love you so much. Move your head.
That's just the sound of being together for 10 years, guys.
We have been together we've been together almost 11 years, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna add some more beef to my pad see plate here. I will try because I haven't eaten the food yet. I haven't even had a single bite, guys.
Whose fault is that?
Put some lime juice on top, just a little bit. All right, so give it a nice balance out that sweetness. Oh, a good pad see. It's nice, a little smoky, which is how I like it. Noodles are cooked very well. We have a nice...
It's chewy. Nice and chewy.
Yeah, you want it to be a little bit chewy.
Are the flavors flavorful?
Extremely flavorful. I'm going to try the krapow. So the best way to eat the krapow is really just to get a nice bite of this like runny egg and get the yolk into the rice. And you get one crunchy bit. This is the way I like to eat it. And you get some of that ground pork with the chilies and the green beans, a little bit of rice in there. You know, I think next time I might add a little bit of fish sauce to this. Get just a little bit saltier, but this is super nice. It is, I would like it a little bit more spicy, but it does actually have a little bit of a kick to it.
You see what I mean? That it tastes different. The peppers, I feel like the gochu makes it taste a little bit different than the jalapeno. Yes, he added chili. There's the little red chilies.
The Thai bird chilies are right here, guys. I'd probably add a couple more of these.
Yeah.
Or I could use a spicier gochu as well. That could work. But it is very good. And I think I'd probably add maybe a teaspoon or two of fish sauce next time to this.
Take a bite, guys.
But very good.
Oh, Toothless 0108. Thank you so much for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs.
Thank you. It's a good present for completing the cooking stream.
Thanks, guys. That was good.
So yeah, this is very excellent. It's all this is pretty easy to make. Obviously, this took a while because I was making. It won't focus up there. I was making 2 different dishes at once. So one of these dishes, just making one, is pretty simple. This is stuff that's made in many kitchens in Thailand.
What's for dessert? Well, this is lunch, so.
Yeah, and I think also people just don't realize if you've eaten a lot of Thai food, especially Westerners seem to they believe that pad Thai is the main dish, right? And I love a good pad Thai, but really the classic staple is pad krapow that you can find anywhere.
How long do the leftovers last in the fridge? What leftovers?
They'll be fine. The pad krapow will obviously keep better. The pad see when you refrigerate it and reheat it, will kind of turn into a gelatinous mess. So that's a dish that's probably better fresh. The krapow doesn't matter though. You can stick that in there for a week. You can probably freeze it if you want to. I doubt it would change very much about it. And that way you can just make some fresh batch of jasmine rice and cook some eggs. If you don't want to cook eggs that way, guys, what I would say is just make a sunny side up egg. Just make a runny egg and slap it on there. It's easy, it's fast. I do that sometimes when I don't want to mess with like getting the wok all oily, because obviously then you have to deal with disposing of all that grease, all that oil, and it's pretty annoying.
Would this be as good with olive oil or avocado oil?
I used avocado oil, number one. And olive oil, no. You can't stir fry with olive oil because it doesn't have a high smoke point. So you need something like avocado oil or peanut oil or canola oil or sunflower oil that will get hot enough, right? Olive oil, you will fill your house with smoke and be very sad.
Wow, thank you so much, Jasmine B, for another 5
gift subs. Thank you very much.
Nice. Pad Kaprao is often called something in Thai, which roughly translates to food you eat when you can't think of anything else.
The best, man.
This is so good.
Right.
My favorite was like...
Pad Kaprao is like one of my top 5 favorite foods, probably.
Like, you could just walk around Thailand and be like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Let's go to this hole in the wall. Pad Kaprao.
Yep.
You know, just it's like a $1.50. They give you a plastic plate. You know, they
give
just
me the
throw
egg.
Yep, just throw on an egg.
Sometimes it's chicken, ground chicken. Sometimes it's ground
so
pork.
It doesn't even matter.
It's
so
just
good.
awesome.
Does anyone else trip in watching Monty just be a normal person? Full body Monty is different from head on a screen Monty, I guess.
Yeah. What do you mean be a normal person?
You're not a normal person.
First off, I'm not a normal person. Let's be clear. Second off, how is this different? I'm just like I do when this is the VOD review of Thai food, guys. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. I'm being
Except you have a body now.
Oh, that's right. I'm not just a shoulders up guy.
You're not just a head on a screen. You're actually.
That's actually my favorite. One of my favorite things about people seeing me at events is they're like, I didn't know you were so tall.
I felt that right about Crumbs.
That's true.
Crumbs is
is
like
quite tall.
6'2".
Yeah.
And like I always thought he was maybe like 5'7". Like I just thought he was so much smaller. And then I meet him, I'm like, what the heck? I don't know. Aw, dear love, this is not the Monty Susie content I expected years ago, but OMG, I'm here for it.
Well, we're going to be doing this a lot more, guys. In the coming months, and especially starting in January, because Susie and I are going to go back to the States for Christmas. So I won't be able to do this at that time. Like, we won't be able to put these streams up. But there's going to be a lot coming to the cooking streams. I'm hoping that this is something that's going to be possible to do 2 or 3 times a week at set times, so you guys can cook along. But we're developing whole branding for it right now. Susie has been communicating with a Korean producer who's going to come in to our house next week and start tinkering with all the cameras and lights and stuff so that we can increase the production quality and make sure that the lighting's all good. Because it's pretty janky right now. This is just what I've done, but I think having professionals do the lighting and professionals do all the camera settings and stuff will be better for you. As I said, the intention behind this is to do the live stream where hopefully some of you guys will start cooking along. Therefore, you can share pictures that we can put on the live stream as well, and you can ask questions, or we just have a good time doing that. My hope is to make a leaderboard so we can start giving out points and just have like a gamified system here. I think that'd be pretty fun. Part of this is going to be creating a website to house all of these recipes so that you guys can have that. Then we'll be editing these videos down. We have a very good editor who's done some good passes on the initial content that really, I think, has done a very, very excellent job, and we'll be doing this video as well, so thank you very much. So we'll be getting all of that video edited down. Each recipe typically gets edited down into about a 10-minute long video, which is more palatable, and then we will further edit them down into short form like YouTube Shorts and TikTok content. And we're going to be really just going hard on this stuff. So I am very excited about doing more of this. We'll probably start theming various weeks or months around certain kinds of cuisine, whether that's Korean food or curries from around the world, or God only knows. Susie knows that my personal favorite thing is Lamb Week. Susie's groaning now. Susie, how do you feel about Lamb Week?
There are times where Monty will just go, hey, look, I got a really good deal on 50 pounds of lamb. And you're like, why?
And then I shout, Lamb Week. And then it's Lamb Week.
And then it's Lamb Week. But it's okay. Lamb is delicious and lamb is good. It's just when you have lamb for 2 meals a day, every day, forever.
It's great.
it's a little much.
I actually have a fire lamb bolognese recipe I read it and I was like, this can't possibly be good. I found it on the internet and then I tried it and it is insanely good. Obviously, lamb and mint go together, but you wouldn't think like a lamb bolognese sauce with like a cup of mint in there would be good, and then cream. But it is nice. It is a nice sauce.
Was that I think it's because while I was pregnant, I was just really put off on lamb.
Yeah, she hated the smell of lamb when she was pregnant.
Was...
Also, I love making Moroccan lamb dishes, so that'll be fun. But basically, we'll start theming this and getting it more regular so you know when it comes out. The reason why we're holding off on releasing some of the YouTube videos that have already been edited is we're trying to add all of the branding elements, the name of the show, which I haven't released yet, because I don't want people to start taking social media handles or domain names. I've mostly gotten them at this point in time, but I need to finish up that process. So this is all work. This is basically what you're saying is this isn't even the beta, guys. This is the alpha version of this show. And the alpha version is already kicking everyone else's ass on Twitch. So I will be the king of Twitch cooking content.
Oh my goodness. Humility has never been your strong
No, I'm saying I will be. I will be. It's my aspiration, Susie.
Okay.
So the idea is that we can do the long form stuff, which is really fun, and then we do YouTube videos that are edited down, and then we do the short form content. So
we really should just call it MonteCristo.
No.
I'll just call you MonteCristo.
That's fine. You can call me that.
All right.
So that's it, guys, for today. Thank you very much for watching.
Bring the plate closer. That plate in. Okay. And that way you guys can see the food one more time.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! It's delicious. I'm really sad you guys can't smell it.
Or taste it. I think most people would prefer to taste it,
Yeah,
Susie.
yeah.
The other goal is to get the subtitle into Korean, because I know some of the people who watch this are Korean who are doing this in English. I'd like to make this a little bit easier for you, but also because while I'm in Korea, these are all ingredients I can get here, and cooking content's very popular, and mukbang content, as you know, in Korea. So I want to try and bring in a Korean audience as well. So that's what I'm doing, guys. That's the hope as we get more into this. I know it's been a while. We were gone. We're going to be gone again, but I think we'll probably slip in another one of these next week, and then we'll go back to kind of getting everything ready for the beta launch of the stream, which will include all the elements, and then we'll be fine-tuning it from there.
Okay. What do I press to stop the stream?
What do you press to stop the stream? Well, you press the still button that is next to button number 4.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
And press it. And then you press cut. And then our mics are still hot. So I will go and turn off our mics right now. But thank you very much for all you guys who subscribed. I will see you later.